everybody here?
And the next,
July
I'm trying to
1st.
think, and that's the public hearing,
Yeah.
but we still don't quite have everyone, right? Because you're
I
not
won't be
here.
here, right?
What is that?
You won't, everybody, you'll have, that Wilma, Kirk Wilma,
Oh, that's the one I'm not at either.
right.
I'm in Mexico.
So we got,
I don't know why I'm in the summer.
I go to be warm for 1 week of the year.
I'm trying to tell that.
I saw.
well, it looks like it's 5:30. Why don't you come on up to the table here and we'll call our meeting to, or the planning and zoning meeting to order. First on our agenda is a variance request from Anthony Shower. I assume you're Anthony Shower?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay.
Liz, Carol, Ann. I figured you probably knew that one.
Yeah, that's good. So, building a little entryway to your house, correct? Okay.
And this, oh, there it is.
So the setback is 25, and with the entry would be at 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Second Avenue. One more.
The last house on the dead end.
Yeah, further down that way, right?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Yeah. I looked at the map.
I don't know why that's so hard for me. If they had named something like Third Avenue, I'd be okay.
Mhm.
But okay, so how big a variance are we talking about here? Let's see.
8-foot difference.
Entryway would be at 17, so, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have a front deck there right now. It's going to be the exact same size as the deck.
Oh, so in place of the deck. Okay.
Okay.
So you already have a deck out that
Is
far?
there a variance needed for a deck, or that's, there's
Would
no?
be, yeah.
And do you know if there was
I
one?
have no idea.
Right, I would
didn't build it.
imagine if it's there, chances are there was one.
Yeah,
But also,
Whatever
if it
year it
wasn't
was.
there,
yeah.
it's there, it's not like anything
Right.
is
Yeah.
changing now.
Yeah.
No,
So it'll be closed in, like,
Yeah.
full building?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, I'm glad, it sounds like you understood what I was trying to say.
And are you taking the deck down then? Or,
Yeah.
And to put in a foundation, okay.
Huh.
Oh, that's what I was looking for. I knew there was a picture somewhere. I don't see any
I don't
issues,
see
do
any
you?
big crazy issue, I think. It's pretty
There's already an
straightforward.
existing deck in a section of town that
And
has relatively
tight
loose
zoning.
interpretation
Yeah.
of ordinance because
Yeah.
almost everything predates it.
Yeah,
Right.
and clearly started
Right,
at that
exactly.
distance, so. I
Either it
don't know.
was, right, grandfathered in,
Yeah.
or it was approved at one point.
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, then we can,
You need a motion?
motion to move it forward.
I'll make a motion, move forward.
I'll second.
So we
And that's
basically
all, yeah.
have a public
Yeah,
hearing
pretty
then,
much.
we need 2 weeks, notice to put that in the paper, and then we'll hold a public hearing. It'll be pretty, about as simple as
Right.
this was here,
Yeah.
but,
Okay.
so, do you have any further
Yeah,
discussion?
by law, we have to notify everybody within so many feet.
150 feet.
And put it in the paper, and then if they have major objections, then they,
That this is their time to come, during
Yeah.
the public hearing, so.
be the speak now clause.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Do we have any further discussion on it?
I don't think so.
The 15th would be when?
Well, it depends on if they can get it into the paper for this Thursday. If not, then it'll be, what's the
Okay.
next, can't really see the calendar from this angle, but 2 weeks after, it'll be 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're at 17.
But the paper comes out on Thursday.
Right, and I think the deadline is Tuesday something, but
Okay.
they
Yeah,
probably
so
don't.
we'd be talking about 2 weeks from Thursday if they can get it in, which would be
Or just-
the 8th or 18th, depending on when it goes in. Oh, yeah, I have my glasses. Oh, yes, I do.
8th or 15th.
Since it got into the paper here, people have to have 2 weeks. So either, I mean, it could either be the 8th or the 15th.
Yeah.
So either the 8th or the 15th, depending on how fast we can get it in the leader.
Yeah, and I can send it tomorrow morning right away. If they can get it in, that'll be up to, if they can squeeze it in or not, if they've got things kind of.
So all in favor of moving this request to a public hearing, please say aye.
Hi.
Anyone opposed? Motion passed. Thank you.
That's it?
We'll
Yep,
see you
that's it,
again.
that's all.
And I'll let
Thank
you
you,
know, I'll let you know for sure.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank
Yep.
you.
So, Carol, I think this is a great starting point. I like that there's discussion questions too for all of us to consider.
Well, because I started,
No, I
doing the
just-
Yaba.
hey.
I was glad.
This is
I
the
had- I didn't know
Yaba
how-
page.
If there's, right, if there was any discussion, I was glad to see.
Yeah.
Oh, and I know I always come back from when Ryan and I talk, he's like, and the county is gonna let him do whatever.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, so it's like we really want to not be too limiting, 'cause,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's like, you can't stop him from doing it.
yeah.
So we wanna have
A reasonable-
guidelines, but yes, we want it to be reasonable so that they are willing to
Yeah.
follow the,
Yeah. And the wording that I used for the typo part, basically I just took the.
from the other thing, the
Yeah,
opposite
yeah.
of the lot split, right?
Yeah, exactly. There were a couple things I did not include because they didn't really apply, but
Mhm.
as our starting point, that's where I wanted it to look similar, so.
No, I think it's great.
I'd say, yeah,
I-
we talk about it when.
I do too, because,
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just too big of a
Yeah,
issue.
Yes,
it's a big
exactly.
issue, and we've been talking about it for months, so
Mhm.
let's
And
not have people involved.
another thing, this is not,
Mhm.
but this is something that we discussed a couple years ago, I think,
Mhm.
even, when I joined.
Yep.
Mhm.
And that may be something we need to bring up, the fact that we don't have an extra territorial, is that
Oh,
the
yes. Yeah.
member, and that in the ordinances
Yes.
is a
you're right.
requirement.
Yep.
What's an extra package?
It's the outer mile.
They don't
As
technically
the
live
city limits,
in
right.
city,
Oh,
because that's
okay.
what Clark.
Yes, the
Clark
person, yes.
Yes,
So it has to be just like within a mile of the
Yes.
city?
and
Yes.
so it's been several years since we've had.
It's been, yes, because I don't remember.
So that's in the
when we
beginning of the ordinance somewhere, there, who?
Yes, I actually
There should
have
be
it.
someone on here that's from,
Shoot, because I just sent the paper this morning wanting someone to, for the Special Assessments Committee and for the Airport Authority, like I
Oh.
could have added.
yep.
Organization, maybe? 51?
No, it's in
Oh, it's not part of our
No,
ordinance, it's
it's-
part of the
right.
century
Part of the
code.
creation of,
Of the planning and zoning?
yes. Let me see if I can find, okay.
State code? No, that
In
doesn't-
addition, yes, okay. In addition to the members appointed by the city, the zoning commission shall include at least one person residing outside of the corporate limits of a city, having a population less than 5,000. So it's,
Are we looking for a loophole or no? 'Cause
no, it
I have
was just,
2 houses.
I know, and that was one thing I had thought of. I know that.
I live 2 places. Part of the time I'm 3 miles north and part of the time I'm
Right.
here.
But I don't know, that was the thing, I knew it was farther than
Yeah.
the 1 mile.
It's 3 miles,
Yeah,
because it's at the airport.
Oh.
with the airport authority.
Yes.
Okay, next, what century code number is that? And
Okay,
what?
it's, 40-47-6.
So it says outside the limits, but
Yes, it says such person shall be appointed by the board within which such zoning authority is to exercise, and shall reside within the territorial limits of the zoning regulations. So planning and zoning is applicable to the city and the extraterritorial, which is a 1 mile. Yes.
So when Clark
2 miles.
left the board, who took his place?
I did.
Okay,
There's a population
they-
of 25,000.
they
Oh, we
did
just have
not-
to get more
We
people.
kinda just,
didn't follow that.
Right, and that was,
okay,
right.
Okay.
yep,
We,
it was
did-
just
it
kind of
was,
a note.
we brought it up after,
Yep.
I think I was on, it was
Yep.
a few months after we.
Yep,
Okay.
I don't know that of the names that were put in, I don't know
I don't
that there was
remember.
one that would have been, I can't remember.
I don't remember any other.
I'm trying to think
Right.
of who lives within a mile of the city. Mike Langang, Sean Langang.
But we did talk about just adding a member because we were under,
Mhm.
but then that makes it an even number, and I think the preference was to have an odd number.
Oh.
So that's just another thing that has been a
Okay.
topic that we haven't really,
Mhm.
but it seems more so than this other one. I mean, it's in, like we're supposed to be doing.
I know.
Yeah.
So it's,
And we have had a lot of issues with zoning outside in the territorial limits, so nobody's pushed it, but they could
Right.
if they had an issue with us, and we would.
exactly, right, something that if they're,
Yeah.
not being represented,
Yeah.
if something came up, we would want to be ahead
Are
of
there,
that.
Oh, there's a whole
looking
bunch
at
of people that live.
are there terms, are there limits how long we serve, because I,
Oh, right.
I know the library.
I want to say some of the boards, I went back in the minutes and found people, and
It says, yeah, thereafter members shall be appointed in terms of 5 years. It looks like this is based, always when it's written, it's like, okay, when it starts, the first member appointed holds for 5 years, the second for 3, and the
we should
third.
probably check on that,
And then they're cycled.
we can check on that for next time.
just to make sure we're, yeah. Just have an idea.
Hasn't been that long since you've been
I
on.
don't think it's been that long, but we've,
And that was right after you.
yeah, and it's gotta be kinda getting close, and I know Jim was on before I was, so
Yeah.
I mean, it's just something to
Well,
consider,
and
especially if we
It might
need
be
to
like
have
the
that.
library too, where terms are 3 years, but you can serve 2 consecutive terms.
Right,
Looks like I
And then you
started in
can't serve
17.
again.
It looks like I started in 17. That's what my first agenda is. So that's a little
I
over 2
would
years
say
from you.
mine is 15?
I was thinking at least 5, yeah. So it's getting close, I think.
Yeah.
I'll go back and look
Yeah.
at what I found. Like I went through, I don't know if you can see it there, but one of those lists up
Yes.
there lists all the committees, and
Oh,
I tried to find all the
okay,
people
yeah.
and when they, in the minutes,
Yeah.
like when they got appointed,
I have the
and if I knew terms, then I would.
the agenda that says introductions and welcome to new committee member Ann Ober. So, yeah, 2017.
There you go.
Well, I have
Yeah.
2016 stuff, but that doesn't mean I didn't ditch stuff from
And I
before
don't, it does not look, doesn't say anything about if you would resubmit your name
Mhm.
to be reappointed.
Like,
I
can't
don't know.
It doesn't say you can't serve
It
more than
doesn't,
one.
it doesn't seem to say that you
Mhm.
can't.
Well, we'll be back here on the 1st then, okay?
I have not heard back from Bridget at all on their
Oh,
stuff, so,
Okay. I do know that she did go to the courthouse
Mhm.
and talk to Ryan about starting it at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know they called and asked if we cared about what the name was, and I was
Oh.
like, no, you can, whatever you
Right.
want. I can't remember if she was Sweden subdivision
Yeah.
or something with their name in it anyway, and I was like, that's fine,
Yeah.
because we didn't seem to care.
Well, and they're all kind of named that way anyway, so.
Yeah.
All right.
So do you want me to table
Yes.
these until we have a completely full meeting?
I would say it wouldn't hurt to have it on the agenda on the first, if we have,
On the
you know,
1st of
any
July?
more, yeah,
Yeah,
any more
okay.
conversation,
Okay.
maybe don't make a final decision, but
Right.
we can at least discuss it and,
Okay.
you know, maybe more ideas will come to us miraculously, I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, I don't get back till the 2nd, so.
Okay,
Right, and I'm not back till the 7th. So if we did have if we made it for the 8th, I would be able to make
Okay.
that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
If you didn't do too many fireworks or something.
We don't usually do fireworks when we're down there. It's too hot to go sit outside and watch them.
All right, so
Very
you're
cool.
adjourning the
Yeah,
meeting?
so we're adjourning our meeting. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What's,
that's, so we go